Welcome back. Again, my name is Bryce Jensch, and I already covered our shorter Forest Rivers that we have, and I wanted to go over the longer ones for those of you who are renting the 31 foot. Primarily, we'll go over the dumping and the hookup system. So follow me, and we're just going to go around the outside on this one just to give a brief overview of what to expect. So right here on the side, we've got a 12 volt adapter. So if you've got a car charger or something that works off of a 12 volt, you can plug it in. You also have a cable TV hookup. So if you want to take a TV outside with you, then you have the option of whatever you hooked up to at an RV park. You're going to get those same channels as well. And then we also have two 110 outlets here as well. Now your propane tank, you'll notice that the propane tank is not a lockable compartment door. So in case of an emergency, anybody has to be able to get in here to be able to shut it off. But your propane on and off is on the valve. Right is off, left is open. And then there's also a gauge here too. So when you pull up to a gas station or wherever it's going to be to refuel propane, they're just going to pop off the yellow cap and they'll know what to do. You have to be certified to be able to fill propane. Okay, so if your propane's not working inside, always remember to come back out here and make sure that that is open. The rest of the stuff that we have going on is these are all a one-piece Rotocast compartment doors. So if you've got wet things, go ahead and throw it in there. You don't have to worry about any molding or mildewing and damage that may occur later on for us. Another storage compartment down here as well. And then right by the entry door, if you have access to it, or if it's something that maybe you want to plan on using while you're gone, this is already wired up for a portable solar panel. So you can just plug it in right here and then put it wherever it might be out of the way from your campsite, and then get that trickle charge on those house batteries. So we'll keep continuing. And then underneath the bunk slide and the bedroom slide here, we've got another nice big compartment out here. But Forest River also has a ride right. So their rear suspension is an air suspension. So you have full control on that. If you're going to tow something, or if you just want to adjust the ride a little bit, right back here, and there's going to be another one over on the driver's side as well. But this is where you can let some air out or pump some air back in to really adjust that ride and get it a little more comfortable for you. And then in the last storage compartment back here, this is a full pass-through storage. So fill whatever you need in there. But one thing that you'll notice, again, this is all a one-piece Rotocast. So if you do have any wet clothes or things like that and you throw them back here, there are drain plugs on both sides. So you'll be able to drain out whatever may be in there. So on to the most important thing is our hookups. So right outside here, you do have an outside shower. This is going to give you hot and cold. So use it for your feet or your four-legged friends. But you do have close to about 3 feet of an extension here where you can pull this out. There is also a little clip here, and then on the other side of the shower head as well. So if you need this propped up, you know, brush your teeth, whatever it is that you're going to be, it'll be up here. You also have an on and off as well. Again, with your water, is if you're not hooked up to a water connection, then you do have to have your water pump turned on in order for that to draw up from your fresh water supply. And speaking of water, we'll move on to that. So right up here is your potable water fill. So potable water is your drinking water. This is going to go into the fresh water tank. There is a little air release valve here, so you're just going to take your hose and you're going to feed it down in here a little bit, turn the water on. When you get some water returning on you, then your tank is 100% full. The little air here hole is just to let things breathe as you're filling up, so try not to have that plugged as you're filling. That's your fresh water fill. Now your city water connection, again, city water is when you're hooked up to water at an RV park or maybe at somebody's house. You're using their pressure to come out to your faucets. So this is a pressurized fill. So you're just going to take your hose, hook it up, turn your water on, and then go on inside, make sure the water pump is turned off. So go inside and open up any of the faucets and you've got running water. And then at your campgrounds, they also provide cable TV, sometimes satellite television. So do bring a coaxial cable with you, and then you'll be able to go from the post up in here, whatever channels they offer, you'll have that in the TV inside as well. And then your 30 amp shore power cord. So the 30 amp shore power cord The important thing to do is before you plug in at the post, always have it plugged into the motorhome first. That way you don't have any type of an arc and you short out a system. When you go to unplug later on, unplug at the post first and then disconnect from here last. Okay? There is a little light on the other end of your shore power cord, so when you do plug it into the post, if that light turns on, you've got power. If there's no light on that cord, then you're not getting power from the terminal that's there. So the most important things here is dumping, okay? Forest River's connections on here are a little bit different than most. They like having a secure connection instead of just a quarter of a turn. So what we've got going on down here, inside there's a little unscrewable cap. So when you're hooked up at a park, you can have all of your stuff come up through and then keep the compartment door closed and locked so that nobody can get in and mess with your stuff. So the big thing here is you've got a black tank. Again, black tank comes from your toilet, and then you've got the gray tank. Gray tank is all your faucet water and your shower water as well. So when we dump, we always dump the black tank first, gray tank second. And the big to-do on this is this uses clamps. So these are, now there's one up on top, there's also one below as well. So with these being removed, then we're able to pop off our cap, take our sewer hose, the other end of it, hook that up, and then make sure to use those clamps again. If those clamps are not on and are not secure, you're gonna have a big old mess, and that's probably the last thing you want to deal with at the end of your trip. So remember, clamp on top, clamp on bottom, sewer hose goes on, and then these clamps get clamped back on. And once your sewer hose is hooked up, and then your other end of it is down in the septic tank, the first thing you're gonna do is pull the black tank, excuse me, and this is just as simple, just pull straight out, and now everything will start to gravity flow. While the black tank is emptying, you can always jump inside and check the tank monitor to see what level it's at. But to make a little cleaner dumping and a little less, to prevent clogging and things like that, is you have a black tank flush system. So take the water hose that you have, hook it up here, turn your water on after you've pulled the black tank, and then this will just help rinse out the rest of what's remaining in that tank. When you go back inside and check your tank monitors and the black tank is empty, then come back here, push the valve closed, and then move on to the gray tank, pull that open, and just let all that water rush out. Once the gray tank is empty, do the same thing as the black, just push it back and closed, and your tanks are emptied and you're dumped. And then it's just a matter of unclamping, taking the sewer hose off, put your cap back on, and always make sure to reclamp these clamps as well. And then you're set. The other things that we have on this side is your gasoline fill, and the cap is here. It's not a locking cap. And then down around, we've got another storage bin. And then underneath the living room slide, one more storage bin. And then to the left of that is the generator. And you're gonna start and stop the generator just like you saw in the previous video. So again, any questions or concerns that you may have, remember to always call here Johnson RV first, 503-668-5400. Ask for Tracy Kays. If there's an issue that maybe she can't help you with, then there's plenty of us to be able to help you out while you're out enjoying your trip. Thanks a lot for checking out the rental program, and have a safe and fun time.